The year is 1917. The world is embroiled in a conflict of unprecedented scale. World War I. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo had ignited a powder keg of tensions, plunging Europe into chaos. For 3 long years, the Allied powers and the Central Powers had clashed on battlefields across the continent, locked in a brutal stalemate.
The United States, initially committed to neutrality, watched from afar as the war raged on. However, the sinking of the Lusitania and the interception of the Zimmermann telegram, a German diplomatic cable proposing an alliance with Mexico against the U.S., swung public opinion.
In April 1917, President Woodrow Wilson, citing the need to defend democracy and freedom of the seas, asked Congress for a declaration of war against Germany. The U.S. entered the war with a firm resolve to defeat the Central Powers and restore peace to Europe. The U.S. declaration of war, however, was specifically directed at Germany. It marked a turning point in the conflict, tipping the balance of power in favor of the Allies. Yet one crucial question remained unanswered. Why didn't the U.S. declare war on the Ottoman Empire, a key member of the Central Powers? The United States' decision to enter World War I was primarily driven by its strained relationship with Germany. German submarine warfare, targeting neutral shipping lanes, posed a direct threat to American lives and commerce. The sinking of the Lusitania, with the loss of 128 American citizens, outraged the American public and fueled anti-German sentiment. Furthermore, the Zimmermann telegram, a blatant attempt by Germany to incite war between the U.S. and Mexico, confirmed American fears of German aggression. The telegram, intercepted and decoded by British intelligence, revealed Germany's intentions to undermine American security. These events, coupled with Germany's continued aggression in Europe, solidified the U.S.'s decision to declare war on Germany. Austria-Hungary, Germany's ally, also played a role in shaping American perceptions of the Central Powers. While Austria-Hungary's role in the war was less visible to the American public, its declaration of war on Serbia had triggered the chain of events that led to the global conflict. The U.S. viewed Austria-Hungary as an accomplice to German aggression, further justifying its decision to join the war on the side of the Allies. The Ottoman Empire, geographically distant from the United States, posed a less immediate threat compared to Germany. Separated by the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean, the Ottoman Empire's military capabilities did not directly threaten American shores or interests. While the Ottoman Empire was allied with Germany, its role in the war was largely confined to the Eastern Mediterranean, the Middle East, and the Caucasus region. The U.S., focused on the European theater of war, did not perceive the Ottoman Empire as a primary target. The U.S. Navy, while engaged in anti-submarine warfare in the Atlantic, did not have a significant presence in the Mediterranean. The Ottoman Navy, largely confined to the Black Sea and the Eastern Mediterranean, posed a limited threat to American shipping lanes. Moreover, the U.S. had limited strategic interests in the regions where the Ottoman Empire was engaged in combat. The U.S., focused on defeating Germany and ending the war in Europe, did not prioritize opening a new front against the Ottoman Empire. The logistical challenges and resource commitments required for such an undertaking outweighed the perceived benefits. The United States and the Ottoman Empire, despite their geographical distance, shared a long history of diplomatic and economic relations. American missionaries had been active in the Ottoman Empire for decades, establishing schools, hospitals, and other institutions. American businesses, particularly those involved in oil exploration and development, had also established a presence in the region.
These historical ties fostered a degree of pragmatism in U.S.-Ottoman relations, even as the war raged in Europe. The U.S., while critical of the Ottoman Empire's alliance with Germany, maintained diplomatic channels with Constantinople.
The U.S. ambassador to the Ottoman Empire, Henry Morgenthau, played a crucial role in conveying American concerns about the treatment of Armenians within the empire. Furthermore, the U.S. recognized the strategic importance of the Ottoman Empire in the region.
The Ottoman Empire controlled vital waterways, including the Dardanelles and the Bosphorus Straits, which provided access to the Black Sea and Russia. The U.S., while supporting its Russian allies, was wary of destabilizing the region further by declaring war on the Ottoman Empire. Section 5. Across the Atlantic. The focus on European fronts. The United States' entry into World War I shifted its military and strategic priorities towards the European theater. The U.S. Army, rapidly mobilizing for war, focused its efforts on training and equipping troops for deployment to France. The Western Front, a brutal stalemate characterized by trench warfare, demanded vast numbers of troops and resources. The U.S. Navy, engaged in anti-submarine warfare in the Atlantic, played a crucial role in protecting Allied shipping lanes. The U.S. Navy's focus on the Atlantic reflected the strategic importance of maintaining supply lines between the U.S. and its European allies. The U.S., with its industrial might, provided crucial war material to the Allied war effort. The U.S.'s focus on the European fronts, dictated by strategic necessity, limited its ability to engage in other theaters of war. The U.S., facing a formidable enemy in Germany, prioritized defeating the Central Powers in Europe. The Ottoman Empire, while a member of the Central Powers, was not perceived as an immediate threat to American interests.
The Armenian Genocide, a systematic campaign of deportation and extermination of Armenians within the Ottoman Empire, cast a dark shadow over US-Ottoman relations. Reports of widespread atrocities, including massacres, forced labor, and death marches, reached the United States, sparking public outrage and condemnation.
The U.S., through its ambassador in Constantinople, Henry Morgenthau, played a crucial role in documenting and exposing the atrocities. Morgenthau's reports, detailing the systematic nature of the killings, shocked the American public. American newspapers, publishing graphic accounts of the genocide, fueled public pressure on the U.S. government to intervene. However, the U.S., while condemning the atrocities, stopped short of declaring war on the Ottoman Empire. The U.S., focused on the war in Europe, prioritized defeating Germany. Furthermore, the U.S. was reluctant to intervene in the internal affairs of the Ottoman Empire, fearing further instability in the region. The United States' decision to declare war on Germany was made in close consultation with its European allies, particularly Great Britain and France. The Allied powers, engaged in a protracted war with the Central Powers, welcomed American entry into the conflict. The U.S., with its vast industrial resources and manpower, provided a much-needed boost to the Allied war effort. The Allied powers, however, did not press the U.S. to declare war on the Ottoman Empire. The Allied powers, while engaged in campaigns against the Ottoman Empire in Gallipoli, Mesopotamia, and Palestine, did not perceive the Ottoman threat as strategically vital as defeating Germany. Furthermore, the Allied powers recognized the complexities of the situation in the Middle East. The Ottoman Empire, a crumbling empire with a diverse population, was rife with internal tensions. The Allied powers, wary of further destabilizing the region, were cautious about expanding the scope of the war. The United States' decision not to declare war on the Ottoman Empire during World War I was a complex one, driven by a confluence of political, strategic, and diplomatic considerations. The U.S., focused on defeating Germany in Europe, prioritized its resources and military efforts on the Western Front. The Ottoman Empire, geographically distant and posing a less immediate threat to American interests, did not warrant a declaration of war. The U.S., while condemning the Armenian genocide, prioritized maintaining stability in the region and preserving its relationship with the Ottoman Empire. Furthermore, the U.S., in consultation with its European allies, recognized the strategic importance of maintaining a unified front against Germany. The Allied powers, while engaged in campaigns against the Ottoman Empire, did not perceive the Ottoman threat as strategically vital as defeating Germany. The United States' decision not to declare war on the Ottoman Empire during World War I remains a subject of historical debate. Some argue that the U.S., by not declaring war, missed an opportunity to hold the Ottoman government accountable for the Armenian genocide. Others contend that the U.S., focused on defeating Germany, made a strategic decision based on its national interests. The U.S.'s relationship with the Ottoman Empire during World War I reflects the complexities of international relations and the difficult choices faced by nations in times of conflict. The U.S., while guided by its values and principles, also had to balance its ideals with its strategic objectives. The legacy of this decision continues to shape U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East to this day.